food could be your medication, and your medication could be your food. I try to eat natural because since I was diagnosed with hypertension, I realized that diet plays a major role in how you manage your blood pressure. So, when I wake in the morning, I first drink a little herb, maybe something like hot cinnamon or a little moringa, or any one of those herbs. And then I call it my medication. I take ginger, garlic, saffron, and parsley. And I try to break off from the old way of how we used to have soups before we used to have soups with a lot of ground provisions. But I realized that you don't have to have all of that starch. So I try to eat little food in the soup, maybe carrots, Christophane, green pawpaw. When you eat natural, you get more of the nutrients from your food, because processed foods, they lose some of their nutrients during the process of, and then they have a lot of additives that could add to your problem, okay? For example, some of the foods in boxes and cans, the sodium content is extremely high. So you don't want to get excess sodium in your system, because hypertension and sodium doesn't go along well. So when you eat naturally, you can put your own little pinch of sea salt. You know what you're putting into your food, because a lot of the things that you purchase, they have a lot of sugar, they have a lot of salt, they have a lot of fat, and sometimes it's so masked. I realize that when I prepare my own food, my body does a lot better. I have seen a lot of improvements, because only if I break the diet, my blood pressure might go up. And if I go back to that diet, then I get it under control. And I try to do it without taking the medication. So what I do is I would test my blood pressure, on a regular basis, so that I see how well it's, it is settled, and then I know that I'm doing well. But if I break, like sometimes you cheat, then I have the problem. So I try to stick with the diet, and with that I'm able to do well, stay away from medication, and stay healthy. If we put food into our system before the stomach is finished digesting that food, the stomach must stop the process, take in the new food, and begin to digest again. And then you put in something before that thing has gone, it must stop the process again. So by the time you are finished, you have a lot of sour food in your stomach, a lot of undigested bits of food. You have a lot of little things remaining in pockets, because some things would digest and some would remain. And that causes a lot of problems. So a lot of the problems that people suffer with began in their stomachs. In the long run, you are going to pay, the medications, the doctor bills, the surgery, the pain, the poor quality of life would cost you much more than spending a little on eating good, healthy, natural foods. I believe the whole answer is lifestyle. It must be a day-to-day conscious effort of eating the right thing, of making sure that you do what is right.
But how easy is that though?
Well, you'd be surprised to know it could be very easy. Because listening to Dr. Francis Martin, he was saying in one of his programs that people say it's expensive to eat natural. But he said, and I believe, that it's not that more expensive than eating from the box or the can or eating just anything, I would advise or people, not just the young in general, but everyone to exercise. And you don't have to do a lot of rigorous exercise. A brisk walk, maybe 3 or so times per week is good enough exercise. A little jog on the court or just up and down in your yard could actually help you to burn some energy and to help you to sweat. You must think that you are important, your health is important, and if you lose your health, it's like you lose everything. Because you may have money, you may have education, you may have a nice home, but if you don't have health, you can't enjoy it. Sleep, rest, exercise, diet, trust in God, all of that combined, eating right will give you a good leash on health, and would help you to enjoy life. And until you're ready to leave this earth, I believe you don't have to leave with all the aches and pains. You can enjoy a measure of good health.